with TCCU are proud to bring you the Community Spotlight each month.
TCCU is proud to be the exclusive sponsor of the Miller Media Group Community Spotlight. Come join us. You'll wonder why you waited. Member NCUA.
Matt Corso here, proud to now be a part of the Kaufman Realty and Auction team right here in Taylorville. Let my over 20 years of real estate and auction experience work for you. Click my icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
With over 8 hours a day of agriculture programming weekdays and 2 hours on Saturdays, WTIM AM, FM, and online is your ag information station. Listen by tuning in on air or online and listen to WTIM Ag podcasts anytime.
WTIM. You're listening to the WTIM Morning Show with Pana Civic Business and Nonprofit Leaders, coming to you from our Taylorville studios. The WTIM Pana Morning Show, brought to you by our title sponsor, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, along with Pizza Man, Norrin's Hardware, your Pana Save a Lot, and Locked and Loaded Limited. I'm your host, Leroy Clamola, and our guest in this segment is Jessica Miller, District Administrator with the Pana School District. Jessica, thanks for joining us this morning. How are you?
Doing really well. Thank you for having me.
I am just excited that I got all the buttons to work. We're off to a running start here. That's a plus in my book. But yeah, glad to have you on the show this morning, and let's get things kicked off as we reach the end of May, and I know my kids spent the weekend running around like chickens with their heads cut off because they're near the end of school, and it's got to feel that way for at least in your neck of the woods as well.
Yes, I just as I usually do, I walked the buildings this morning to check in on my administrators and teachers and students. And, the elementary building is, of course, a buzz. The kids are excited with this weather the way it is, and they're spending a lot of time outside. We've got elementary kids going to the park today. As I visited the junior high, we've got inflatables out front, and, they're doing some kind of celebration there, too. They're going to the park as well. And high school students are winding down. They've got finals this week. So we actually will be in school until Thursday at about 1 o'clock. Our students will be dismissed. Our teachers will still be here for a few meetings in the afternoon. And then, we call it a year. So.
Yeah, you guys are definitely wrapping things up on what has been. How has the year overall been for you guys? It feels in part that it's gone really, really quick. And I'm sure in other ways it's felt really, really long as well.
Well, I say this every year seems to fly by. It's been that way my entire career. But this year does seem like it's been a little bit different as far as it feels like we just started. We just opened the elementary school, the new elementary school, and here we are, a whole school year in. And it's been a lot of fun. It's been a learning experience. We've had a really good year. I've been pleased with a number of things that I've seen within our district and the work that our teachers do every day. Just very proud of our district and what we've been able to accomplish this year.
Absolutely. Excellent. And you guys just wrapped up your high school graduation. Talk a little bit about that and what that group means to you and to the district.
Well, it was first, I want to share too that before graduation, like the week before students graduated, I met with the majority of the seniors. So my purpose in doing so is just to get an idea of what they really enjoyed about their experience in the Pana School District. What are some of those memorable moments? And then, what are their next steps? What's the next plan? What are they going to do next? And it was really interesting for me to sit down and talk to some of these kids and learn about their plans after May 16th, after that graduation. So graduation was on May 16th. It was very well attended. It was a very well organized event. That's a credit to our high school administration and their support staff over there. But what was best is when I got up there to speak to the kids, I could speak directly to them after just learning a little bit about, what those future plans were. So we've got some going into, the trades, a lot going to Lakeland, Greenville University, SIUE, a lot of nurses. It was just great to learn, what they were going to be doing next. So.
While you don't directly teach them, it's got to mean something special to see all these kids over the years move on and see them go to Lakeland and continue their careers.
And yes, it is. And what was great also is to hear the kids share just how much the teachers had influenced them over the years and how supportive they were and how they felt prepared for the next step. as far as like getting to know what opportunities may exist for them in our community. So that was really great to hear as well.
Schools are always trying to stay up up to date on the latest technology and the latest advances. And one big push that we've seen over the last 5, maybe even 5-10 years has been STEM. Talk a little bit about that and what that is and what the impact that is on Pana School District.
Oh, sure. I'd love to. I saw a really big push on this school year. Proud of a lot of the projects that I saw in the classrooms, or a lot of work that was being done. But, I just want to highlight a few things. A couple months ago, we had 4 groups go up to the Rochester STEM Fair and present to other school districts and parents and community about how they utilized technology in the classrooms. And then, we had 4 fifth grade students go with Miss Honenkamp up to Innovation Days at the state capitol, where students were able to share with our legislators how they're using technology in the classrooms as well, especially at Pana Elementary School. And Representative Brad Halbrook and Senator Steve McClure both spent time listening to our kids as they presented, some of the work they do with coding and with robotics. Another thing to highlight is that WAND TV, they did feature our high school and junior high STEM programs on a recent segment, and high school students were sharing how they created mousetrap cars in physics class, and junior high students shared how they created tractors through 3D printing. But also Rain Blue, who is a recent graduate from the high school, and Parker Moore, an upcoming senior, they were chosen as STEM Students of the Month, and they're both going to appear in a live weather segment here in the very near future. And then this summer, the junior high is offering a STEM camp, which is really exciting for grades 6 through 8. It's going to take place June 3rd through the 5th from 9:30 to 11. It's a free camp for students. So there's just a number of things been going on with STEM this year. Just a few I wanted to highlight.
That's got to have a pretty big impact on students that maybe don't get as involved with science, technology, and things like that, to see all of the connection that it's had and just like the popularity of it. Maybe that might entice other students to maybe get a little bit more involved than what they would have been.
But I agree. And I talked to one of our seniors who is actually going into IT because of the experiences that she was given at the high school level. This young lady, Rain Blue, she actually helps repair our Chromebooks here in the district. And she was even repairing Chromebooks down at OCAW at our career center. So she's been given those opportunities to, build those skills. And now she's interested in, exploring IT further in college. So I just love to see that. But we also are doing some STEM activities too, even further in our elementary school. Like on May 22nd, we had a STEM fair over there where kids made paper airplanes. They had constructing a tallest freestanding tower with spaghetti, and they did all sorts of fun things, just not necessarily with a computer or a tablet in their hand, but just using some of that engineering mindset, mathematics mindset to have some competition.
Technology really has had a huge role in schools. We talk a little bit about the impact that technology had when COVID rolled around, but still, 5 years later, and maybe even more so now, it's definitely used as far as day-to-day interactions and things that go on in the school.
Yes, and what we'd like to see too is not, the students just in front of a device, just doing, just like practice type stuff. It's more of how can they do or use technology to demonstrate their learning, right? To show that they understand a concept. And that's what we're looking for with technology in our district. Like to move more in that direction.
Yeah, and to be able to go ahead and do that again, I look at the impact that it has, and I'm kind of jealous that we didn't have this kind of stuff when I was going to school. We had computers, but it was still pretty new in its infancy. So pretty awesome to see because I see it in my own kids. So I can't imagine all the impact that it has on a lot of the other kids as well. So it's pretty cool.
I agree. I wish we had more of that when we were younger as well.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk to continue our conversation with Jessica Miller from Pana School District, a little bit about what's going on this summer and a look ahead, and we'll see what else we can talk about as well. You're listening to WTIM, your information station, and our Pana Morning Show. on WTIM. We'll be right back.
WTIM.
Hi, Brian Booth at Bob Writings in Pana. For the month of May, we have our Employee Pricing Plus, where you buy like an employee of the manufacturer. That's the lowest price available. They also have incredible rebates going on top of those. I've done some Jeep Wranglers and some trucks that have had better of $14,000 in discounts. We also have great service specials, including some sales on prepaid maintenance plans. Feel free to give us a call at 217-562-3986.
Noren's Hardware is a local family-owned store offering a wide selection of quality hardware supplies at competitive prices. Whether you need plumbing supplies or electrical supplies, you're sure to find what you need at Noren's Hardware store, including ice melt, shovels, gloves, heat tape, pipe insulation, portable heaters, and propane to get ready for the winter months. Our staff is committed to providing outstanding customer service and is ready to assist you. Visit our store at 55 Main Street in Pana today.
This is Jeff Bremmett with People's Bank and Trust, where customers have one consumer banker who knows them and provides the right financial services to achieve their financial goals. Your consumer banker is your single source for life's financial needs, from checking to consumer loans, from retirement accounts to mortgage loans, and everything in between. Call me at 888-PBT-1954. Bank with People's Bank and Trust so you can spend your time living your life, not explaining it. At People's Bank and Trust, we put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Dinner time just got easier with Pizza Man Pana. Enjoy great food that includes amazing pizza, tasty pasta, salad bar, and chili. On Monday nights, enjoy the spaghetti special with garlic bread and a side salad for $8. On Tuesday nights, come in for the lasagna special with garlic bread and a side salad for $9. On Wednesday nights, grab yourself an individual pizza and side salad for $9. Pizza Man Pana is proud to be serving Pana and the surrounding areas with great Italian food since 1985.
St. Louis Cardinals baseball. Over the years, it has meant the Gas House Gang, Stan the Man, Lou Brock, Bob Gibson, the Wizard, Big Mac, Yachty, Waino, and Pujols. All those names, and they provided so many memories. St. Louis Cardinals baseball, most importantly, has meant championship baseball. We'll be describing every play right here on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar.
Cardinal Baseball, heard on WTIM, your information station. The Big 870 across central Illinois, 96.1 FM in Christian County, 107.5 FM in Shelby County, and 107.9 in the Pana-Nokomis area. It's brought to you by Taylorville Community Eye Care, Sloan Implement, Rural Rentals, Specialized Hearing Solutions, and CNB Bank.
Cardinals Baseball on 96.1 in Christian County, WTIM.
Your information station, WTIM.
You're listening to the WTIM Morning Show with Pana Civic Business and Nonprofit Leaders, coming to you from our Taylorville studios. The WTIM Pana Morning Show brought to you by our title sponsor, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, along with Pizza Man, Noren's Hardware, your Pana Save a Lot, and Locked and Loaded Limited. I'm your host, Leroy Clamola, filling in for Grayson Bauman, who's on vacation. Our guest in this segment is Jessica Miller, District Administrator with Pana School District. And Jessica, we're talking a little bit about wrapping up this school year, but we're heading off into the summer months. And I grew up, both my parents were teachers, so I kind of grew up at the school, and I know for a fact that schools, just because it's the end of the school year, doesn't mean that schools go quiet. There's a lot of busy that goes on during the summer months.
Oh, sure. We have some summer projects planned. Basically, we want to make sure our facilities, just are well taken care of and well presented. So we're redoing the high school gym floor this summer and repainting it. It's got a new look to it, or it's going to have a new look to it. We're putting up some awning on the front of the junior high, and they just finished some painting that they did over there this past week. Looks really nice. Of course, our elementary building, which is a new facility, just going through there and doing a nice, deep clean and get it ready for the next school year. So just looking forward to see some of the improvements we're making in our facilities over the summer.
Yeah, and to make things always trying to improve and make things better. We talk. It's so refreshing to hear you talk to the students about what their experiences were. I don't think I ever had an exit interview when I left high school, so I think that's pretty awesome that you get that input and you find out what worked and what can be done better. It's pretty cool.
Well, and I wanted to, sit down with these kids and just have a little discussion with them. Many of them I worked with in class years ago when I worked in the district, previously as a teacher and then technology integration. So to me, I just wanted to see, what were those memories, or what memories could they share with me about their time here, but also just some suggestions on, what could we do to just always improve and make this place somewhere that kids want to be every day.
A big part of schools are the teachers, and it can't be understated how hard some of those teachers work. I understand that there are some that are going to be retiring at the end of this year. Talk about them and their achievements and recognize their hard work.
Well, we have Ellen Anselm. She's been a teacher here, English teacher in the district, language arts and reading for several years. She'll be retiring. Deanna Stolitz also, she's taught several different subject areas for us. High school English, German, among other things. She will be retiring as well. Anita Thompson, she teaches a lot of our career courses with, keyboarding, business. She oversees our school to work program. But also Kim Honenkamp. I just want to share a little story about Kim Honenkamp. She's also retiring. She taught second grade for a long time here in the district, another grade level, I believe, as well. But interesting enough, her first year teaching fourth grade, I was in her fourth grade class that first year she taught. And interesting, I come back this year as district administrator the year that she's retiring. So it's like our careers came in full circle. So just wanted to share that little story there. It's kind of neat to be here as she retires and finishes the last year.
That's so crazy. Like that's awesome though, that get to see the full scope of that career from fourth grade all the way till now, which is really, really awesome.
Right. It is, and it's these teachers have, they've put a lot of time and care into their career, and we look forward to recognizing them on Thursday during our meetings in that afternoon and recognize their years of service.
I think there's definitely a different feel from having a teacher to seeing that teacher as an adult and seeing all the hard work that they do behind the scenes. I'm not saying that, obviously it's hard to appreciate that when you're going through school, but it's really, really fascinating to watch it as an adult to see all the work that goes into it.
Right. And, all of these teachers here that I spoke of, they're all lifelong learners. They've always been looking to enhance what they do in the classroom with their kids and evolve as kids have evolved and as curriculum has evolved. And they've been very passionate about what they do here for our kids.
Well, I know how much I've evolved as a parent, so I can't imagine having a whole classroom of kids to teach. It's got to be some very learning experiences, and I bet if you ask them, they'd share their good stories and their not so good stories as well. So it's very, very awesome to see and to recognize the hard work that they've done over the years, which is really cool.
Yes, I agree.
All right, we got about a minute left. Is there anything else you'd like our listeners to know about the school district and about any of the hard work that the kids have done heading into the summer?
Well, I appreciate everyone's support this year as I came back as district administrator, working under two interims, with opening a new elementary school. We've got one campus now. We've had to work through some new traffic patterns with our arrival and dismissal. Just appreciate everyone's support. We've had a great school year. Over the summer, I just encourage, kids to pick up a book, read, get outside and play, spend time with family, friends, just enjoy every moment, and look forward to seeing them when they return here in August.
All right. For more information on Pana School District, where can people go to get more information to keep up to date on what's going on with the school district?
So we share so much on our Facebook page, but also on our website. Please feel free to give us a like on Facebook just to see all the amazing things our teachers are doing every day.
Fantastic. Jessica Miller, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to talk to us today about some of the great things going on at Pana School District. Always a pleasure to keep up to date and find out what you guys have going on. I know it can be very, very busy, so we appreciate that.
Yes, thank you as well.
All right, you're listening to the WTIM Morning Show with Pana Civic Business and Nonprofit Leaders, coming to you from our Taylorville studios. The WTIM Pana Morning Show brought to you by our title sponsor, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, along with Pizza Man, Norrin's Hardware, your Pana Save a Lot, and Locked and Loaded Limited. Our thanks to Jessica Miller with the Pana School District, talking to us a little bit about some of the great and fascinating stuff that they have going on over at the school district. And as always, if you are trying to keep up to date with Pana, make sure to head on over to check out their social media or on their website. My name is Lyric Lamola. You're listening to the WTIM Morning Show. We'll be back in just a few moments.
WTIM.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Wall Street was already flying high this morning. This could help boost it even more. Consumer confidence rebounded this month following